Hi, I'm Kristen Wesley, and thank you for joining me today for this 30-minute gentle yoga class. In class today, we will work with moving our bodies and connecting with our breath to help us just awaken through our body and our minds, as well as feel into that interconnection and create space for a beautiful new day ahead. So when you are ready, go ahead and join me laying on your back, taking your time to get there. If you have a blanket with you, you're more than welcome to use it. You can always place it beneath your low back, especially if the low back feels a bit achy. When you come to your back, if it feels comfortable, go ahead and just heel toe the feet a little bit wider than hips width, and you can let the knees just gently tip in towards one another. You might just lift the chest a bit to feel the shoulder blades draw down beneath you. You can allow the hands to rest wherever feels comfortable, maybe by your sides. Palms can face up or down, just depending on how you feel. And when you're ready, if it feels comfortable, just close the eyes. And we'll take a nice deep full breath together. Nice deep inhale through your nose. And exhale, opening your mouth, just sigh it out. And we'll do one more together. Deep full breath in. Filling up into your belly, rib cage, chest lifting. And exhale, release, let it go. Starting to just feel the weight of your body drop down beneath you. Allowing the ground to support you. And just taking a moment to scan through your body, just noticing how you feel. Allowing yourself to arrive. Just feeling the breath as it moves in and out through your nose. And slow, gentle, mindful breaths in and out. And taking a moment here to just notice if there's spaces within the body that maybe feel a little bit tight or tense, areas where you can just begin to use the breath and soften to find some ease and to create a little bit of space. So just taking a moment to notice and feel what that might feel or look like to you. And it might be physical space within the body that you need to cultivate here. It might be space within the mind. So just giving yourself another moment or two. And we'll take one more deep full breath, deepest inhale yet. We'll pause for just a moment at the top, retaining here. And then exhale, open up the mouth. Maybe let out a little sound. Good. From here, you can just slowly start to separate the knees, heel toe the feet back in a little bit. You might blink the eyes open. Taking an inhale here, just find the knees pointing straight up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, you can just let the knees gently tip towards the right side. And as you inhale, come back through center, exhale over to the left. So just moving a little bit with your breath here, kind of finding a bit of space in the hips, finding a little bit of movement. And we'll go one more in each direction. You can move as slowly here as you'd like. If you want to continue with this movement, feel free, and when you're ready, you can join me in a nice full body stretch. So just one leg at a time, we're going to extend the legs nice and long, reaching the arms all the way up and overhead. So maybe spread the fingers, spread the toes, give them a wiggle. Really reaching in both directions here. Take a deep breath in. Good, and as you exhale, we're just drawing both knees in towards the chest, taking a nice little squeeze. You can feel the low back ground down, maybe rock a little bit from one side to the other. So a little bit of love and massage for the low back here. And then we'll keep that right knee hugging in. Go ahead and just either extend the left leg out nice and long, let the heel rest down, or you can plant the sole of the left foot. So just find what feels best to you in your body here. Remembering it's not so much about what the shape looks like, it's all about the sensation. So we're going for what we feel here. So always listening to your body, making sure you're moving in a way that serves you, that feels good. Take one more deep breath in. As you exhale, we're gonna go ahead and just release and we'll switch sides. So slowly, gently start to draw the left knee in and we'll just extend the right leg out nice and long. Feeling again the weight of the body drop down. So let your low back ground down, let the shoulders relax. Softening a bit through the face and the belly, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, go ahead and just gently release. Good, we'll plant the soles of the feet. You might roll a bit through the wrists, the ankles. Take just a little bit of movement, maybe rock the head from one side to the other. And when you're ready, we're gonna slowly make our way up to seated, but no rush to get there. So you might just curl up onto one side. Nice and slowly, just start to use the hands to guide your way up. Again, taking your time and moving nice and slowly and mindfully here. When you come to a seat, if it's comfortable to cross the legs, go ahead and cross your legs, or you can extend them out long. You might wiggle a little bit side to side. And this is another good spot where you can use a blanket. So if you feel like the hips are really tight or the knees are up really high, you can prop yourself up on a blanket, maybe even just roll the mat beneath you. Give yourself a little bit of extra cushion. So when you find that nice tall seat, just maybe planting the hands down on the knees or the thighs. Take a nice deep breath in, just roll the shoulders up, squeezing them towards the ears. As you exhale, let them soften and release down your spine. And then just feel the low belly start to draw in, keep that nice, beautiful length, and then you might just invite the chin to gently lower down towards your chest. And then just come back to that breath here. So taking full inhales and letting those exhales fall out the nose or the mouth if it calls to you. You can certainly take those nice sighing breaths anytime you need them. You might stay right here. You might find a little bit more movement into the neck. So you might let the right ear drop towards the right shoulder. And then allowing chin to chest, maybe left ear, left shoulder. So again, moving as slowly as you'd like here. And just cultivating a little bit of space into the neck and the shoulders. And when you're ready, we'll find that nice tall seat once again. Lift your gaze and just take a big inhale and circle the arms up and overhead here. So feel some space into your side body, really reach through your fingertips, and then maybe interlacing the hands above the head, turn the palms skyward, look up. Maybe a really gentle back bend here. As you exhale, we're gonna bend to the side. So let that right hand come down to your mat. Let the left arm reach up and over. And taking this only as far as feels good. So let that left hip soften down. You might gaze towards your right hand, maybe up towards the left elbow. You can kind of find some stillness here, or if it feels good to move, find some movement. So maybe lean forward, lean back again, just noticing the sensations you feel in your physical body. So if there's areas that feel really tight, maybe hold there for a minute. See if you can send those big breaths to find that softness. Take a nice full inhale wherever you are here, and as you exhale, we're gonna just bow in towards that right knee. So let your left hand come down. You might walk the right hand out just a bit further, maybe inhaling to catch a bit of length through your spine. As you exhale, just bow it in. So letting the neck release, softening the face, the shoulders, just kind of letting gravity take you into the fold here. So not forcing in any way, just take one more deep breath. And we'll keep that right palm grounding down. Use your inhale to peel the left arm back up. So we come back into that little side bend. Good. Your next inhale, we come all the way back up. Reach the fingertips. You can take that clasp again here. So turn the palms, interlacing the fingers, maybe looking up, leaning back. As you exhale, we're side bending to the left. So let your left hand come down and the right arm starts to reach up and over. And we just soften that right hip down and find what feels best on your neck here. So if looking up creates any pinching or tension, just shift the gaze down towards that left hand. Good. And we're feeling into that space all the way from the outer right hip up through the tips of the right fingers. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, we're bowing in towards that left knee. So you might walk the fingertips forward just a little bit, catch some length in your spine. As you exhale, we bow. So as you hold in these postures, can you just really connect to the sensation of your breath? So just being really present with your breath, present with the sensations you feel in your physical body. We'll take one more breath here. And then grounding that left palm down, we come back into that side bend. So peel the right arm up again. You might find some movement here. Take what feels good. When you're ready, slowly we'll come all the way up. Reach the fingertips, maybe look up. And then if it feels okay here, just reach the hands back behind you. Fingertips can rest on the floor, or if it feels comfortable, interlace the hands. Take a big breath in and just open up here. So lift the chest, look up, maybe find a soft smile. Good, and as you exhale, we release, we let the hands come together at our heart. Beautiful. From here, we're gonna find some movement in our spine. So just go ahead and slowly extend the legs out nice and long in front of you. You might take a minute. We've been sitting cross-legged for a bit. So wiggle, kind of rub the legs, roll the ankles, spread the toes. Any movement you need to take, feel free. When you're ready, we're gonna draw the right knee in towards our chest. Give yourself a breath to just sit up really nice and tall. And we're gonna twist to the right. So you can either stay right here, or you can take that right foot, cross it over your left leg. So that'll give you just a little bit more in that outer right hip. So either way here, we're gonna wrap the left arm around that right knee and then reach the right hand back behind us. So take a nice deep breath here with me. Big inhale, sit up tall. As you exhale, you use that breath to help you sink into the twist, find that rotation in your spine. So again, not forcing in any way here, just gently finding some movement throughout our spine. That little bit of rotation. You can keep the left toes flexed back so that leg stays active and engaged. Take one more breath, sit up tall. As you exhale, just softly release. When you're ready, come back through center. Let your right leg extend out long, and we just take that to the left. So slowly drawing your left knee in. Again, give yourself a moment to just really feel that lengthen your spine and that grounding through your sit bones. So sit up tall, feel that connection to your mat, and then find your version of this twist. So you can stay right here and wrap it up, or you can cross the left foot over the right leg. So again, either way, we're wrapping the right arm around that left knee and reaching the left hand back. So sit up nice and tall as you breathe in. And as you exhale, that is your pressure to help you sink into that twist, that rotation. And taking one more nice breath in. Find a bit more length, reaching through the crown of your head. As you exhale, go ahead and just softly release. We'll let both legs extend out nice and long. And then just a nice gentle fold forward here. So reaching both arms up really tall, spread the fingers. As you exhale, just softly start to hinge from your waist and fold forward. So here you can just let the hands rest beside you, maybe palms face up. You can keep a nice soft bend in your knees. And then just let the head, the neck, the shoulders go here. So just a couple of nice, deep, full breaths to help you open up through the backside of the body. And then remembering here again, it's not so much about how the shape, the posture looks. It's all about what you feel. So not worrying at all about how far forward you are folded. Just noticing what and where you feel. So maybe through the back of the neck. Maybe there's some tension in the backs of the legs, the hips, the low back. Wherever that is, use that big, beautiful breath. Inhaling, breathing in. Use your exhale to soften and release. Good. If the palms are turned up, again, no rushing here. Take your time. So if this feels good, certainly stay where you are. But palms can turn face down when you're ready. Just start to really slow, kind of roll yourself up to a nice tall seat. And then maybe just reach the fingertips back behind you. Lift and look up. Point, flex your toes, spread your toes, give them a wiggle. And then we're going to meet when you're ready on our belly. So taking your time, kind of coming through table, hands and knees, and just however is best for you to slowly start to lower down. So gently coming onto the belly, you can point the toes back behind you. And then we're going to come up onto the forearms for Sphinx pose. So here we'll take the palms so that they're face down. We can spread the fingers nice and wide. If it's comfortable, kind of keeping the elbows beneath the shoulders so they're lining up, but certainly if that creates any tension, you can walk the hands forward a little bit. You can take the legs a little bit wider. And if this just does not feel good to you, you can certainly just come all the way down onto the belly. So again, modifying as you need, listening to your body. Take a nice deep breath in. If you're here, feel the shoulders start to roll back and the heart reach forward. Can lift through the crown of your head. If you have a lot of tension in the neck, you might just kind of look over the right shoulder, look over the left shoulder. Remembering your practice is beautiful and unique to you, so always moving in a way that serves you. Take one more deep breath in. Good, breathing into the low back. And as you exhale, nice and slow, we come all the way down. You can make a little pillow for the forehead here, either hand over hand or make little fists on top of one another, and then just put a little bend in your knees, kind of rock from one side to the other. So if you're feeling any sensation in the low back, I encourage you to stay here, take this little movement for as long as you need. When you're ready, we'll take child's pose. So slowly using the hands to guide your way all the way through table, and then we'll let the big toes come together. The knees can go nice and wide. We can send the hips back and slowly start to walk the hands forward. Good, so the forehead and the heart will melt down. Again, a really nice spot if the head doesn't comfortably come down. Give yourself a little pillow with the hands here. And if it doesn't feel particularly good to have the knees separated, knees can come together and hands can always come down by your side. So again, moving and finding variations and modifications that feel best. If the forehead is down, you might rock the head from one side to the other. Okay, kind of waking up that third eye space, that space between the eyebrows where our intuition lives. So tapping into that here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. When you're ready, slowly we'll come all the way back up, finding hands and knees. Good. From here, just a few little cat-cows. So as you inhale, we'll take the fingers, spread them wide. If you can, wrists are beneath the shoulders, knees are beneath the hips. Inhaling here, we drop the belly down, lift the chin and chest, look up. As you exhale, you're pressing your hands down, round through your upper back. Maybe gaze towards your belly button, chin towards your chest. Good. Again, we feel into that space between the shoulder blades here. Using an inhale, come back through, lower the belly, lift the gaze. And exhale, we press into the mat, round through the upper spine. Good. We'll do one more in each direction here. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale to round. Good, meeting back in that nice neutral table, hands and knees. From here, we'll go ahead, tuck the toes beneath us, and we'll find downward facing dog. So nice and slow, start to lift the hips up and back. Again, if down dog doesn't feel particularly good, you can always stay in table pose. So find what feels best. And then give yourself a minute here. So again, feel into that space. Where in my body right now can I find a little bit more space? Where do I need to send my breath? Where do I need to move? So you might bend into the knees here. Good. Sometimes stillness can feel really good, so you can just feel the heels start to soften down. Feel that nice length in your arms. Maybe shift your gaze between your big toes or up towards between your knees. You get that soft little tuck of your chin. Take a nice deep breath in. Full deep breath out. Good. On your next inhale, you'll come up onto your tippy toes, look towards your fingers, and use your exhale to start to walk the feet up towards the hands. Take your time. Good. Taking a nice deep breath in, we'll lift and lengthen our spine. And as you exhale, fold it back in. Good. Keeping a nice soft bend in your knees here. You might take a minute and just sway a little bit from right to left. Again, you put that nice bend in your knees. It helps you to release the low back. And then grounding through your feet. So really feel into that connection of your feet. So right at the base of the big toe, base of the pinky toe and the heel, ground in. Use your inhale to nice and slow roll all the way back through to stand. So really take your time here. Feel into all that articulation of your spine. Keep the chin drawn towards the chest. As you gaze up, let the hands follow, reaching up and overhead. And as you exhale, hands come to heart center. Good. You might give yourself a minute here to just really feel into, again, to the feet. So maybe lift the toes, spread them nice and wide, set them back down. And then just take your upper body and kind of shift it back so you feel the ears line up over your shoulders, shoulders over hips. Good. We take a nice deep breath in here, reaching the arms up. As you exhale, put that soft bend back into your knees and just fold forward. Again, doesn't matter how far forward we go when you start to feel that openness in the backs of the legs. No tension or pain in the knees. Good. Use your inhale to lift up halfway, hand slide towards your shins. As you exhale, fold it back in. We'll plant our hands down and just step our left foot back behind us. So we'll find a low lunge. So gently setting your left knee down, we'll untuck our toes. And then just take your time and to start, just walk the hands up to your right thigh. Good. Feel the shoulders start to soften down and away from your ears. And then lift up and lengthen. So we're opening through the front of that left thigh. You can keep the hands on the knee or the thigh here. If it feels nice, you can join me, reach both arms up. When we reach and extend, we're lifting and lengthening through the sides of our body. Fingers can be spread nice and wide. Feel the low belly start to draw in. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, we'll send the hands down to the mat. Tuck your back toes, lifting up off your back knee. Big step towards the top of our mat. Good. Take an inhale to, again, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, fold it in. Keep the knees nice and soft. As you inhale, grounding through your feet, slowly come all the way through to stand. Reach both arms up. As you exhale, hands come through to your heart. Good. Inhaling once again, both arms will reach up and over. As you exhale, keep that soft bend in your knees. Start to fold it forward. Take your inhale to a flat back. Hands come towards your shins. As you exhale, we'll fold it in, and this time stepping the right foot back. So we'll find that low lunge once again. Gently setting down your right knee. You can untuck the toes. And then walking hands up to your left thigh. So give yourself a minute here to feel, again, the tailbone lengthen down, lifting through the crown of your head, and then breathing into the front of that right thigh, top of the right thigh. So hands can stay resting on your left knee or thigh, or you can reach both arms up. Find a variation that feels good to you here. Maybe you look towards the hands. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, the hands will come down around that left foot. We'll tuck the back toes, and this time we'll step to downward facing dog. So taking your time to work your way back into that downward facing dog. Again, table is always a lovely option here as well. So find a version that works for you. Good, we'll take a nice deep full breath in. Deep full breath out. When you're ready, we'll go ahead and lower down hands and knees. Take your time. When you get there, you might just move through a couple cat-cows. Again, if that movement into your spine feels really good, you can use your inhale to lift and look up, your exhale to round, tucking the chin. Good, we'll do just one more here. Nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, deep breath out, round through your upper back, chin to chest. Good. From here, when you're ready, we'll find our way through seated and then all the way back onto our back. So we're going to come all the way back to lie back once more here. So however is best for you to get there, take your time, no rush. So when you come onto your back, go ahead and just give yourself a nice big squeeze before we move into our little back bend here. So you can draw knees in towards your chest, rock a little bit from one side to the other. When you're ready, we'll go ahead and plant the feet down on the mat about hips width distance. And then just let the hands come to rest beside you. So again, you might lift the chest a little bit. Feel the shoulders draw down and back your spine. You can plant the hands beside you. And we're gonna move through just a few rounds of bridge pose. So a really gentle bridge pose just to help create and build a little bit of energy through our body to kind of help us step into our day here. So using an inhale, you'll press into your feet, start to slowly lift your hips. And only going as far as feels good, maybe just a little bit on this first one here. And then start to feel your inner thighs draw in towards one another. So almost imagining you have a block there and you're trying to squeeze it between your legs. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale slowly and one vertebrae at a time, we lower ourselves down. Feel the low back kind of come flush with the mat there, and we'll take 2 more rounds, moving at your own pace here. When you're ready, you'll use your inhale to press into the feet, start to lift the hips. Maybe you catch just a little bit more space. Again, but not forcing. And just noticing how the body responds physically when we start to take this little back bend. Take a big breath in. Good, exhale, slowly bring it back down. One vertebrae at a time. And then when you're ready, we'll take our last one here. Big breath in, press into the feet, lift the hips. If you want to take it just a little bit deeper, you can always interlace hands beneath you. You kind of wiggle the shoulder blades beneath you just a little bit more, but again, just an option. So find a version that feels good to you. Take a deep breath in and exhale really slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Again, we lower ourselves down. And then when you land, just pause for a moment. So just notice physically again how you feel. You might take the feet a little bit wider, let again the knees tip in towards one another. It might feel nice to move through some windshield wipers, so just kind of neutralizing the low back. Taking your time. When you're ready, we'll draw the knees in towards our chest, giving them a nice big squeeze. Again, you might rock a little bit from one side to the other. That can feel really nice. And then before we take a moment or two to rest here, we'll just wring out the spine. So just letting the arms spill out beside you. Let your knees pass over to the right. You can shift your gaze over that left shoulder or look straight towards the sky. So find what, again, feels best on your neck. You can always take that right hand outside the left thigh. That can be really grounding. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Again, the face, the belly. We find that ease and softness here as we just start to unwind, staying with our breath. And stay here, friends, as long as you like. When you're ready, we'll come to the other side. So knees come through center and over to the left, nice and slow. Good. You might bring that left hand outside the right thigh. You can close the eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Again, we stay here as long as we need. When you're ready, slowly come back through center. Take your time. If there's any other little movements you need, feel free and take them. And we'll just take a few moments in our resting posture here, Shavasana. So I'll guide you through just a little bit here. Feel free to stay as long as you like if you have the time. If it's comfortable, extend the legs out long. Hands can rest beside you or curl up onto your side, lay on your belly. Whatever feels right, whatever feels comfortable. When you find that space where you can really start to relax and surrender into your breath, into your body, take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it all go. And the weight of the body drops down beneath you. And this is that time in our practice where our body can soak up everything that we've done, our movement, our breath. And again, you can stay here as long as you'd like. When you're ready, you might take a full body stretch. You might blink the eyes open, find some movement, and then coming to a seat nice and slow. Again, really take your time, no rushing. And if you have time to linger in that final resting posture longer, I highly encourage it. When you're ready, hands come together at your heart. Thank you so much for joining me today, friends. Let your love, your light shine, and I hope you've been able to find that peace and calm within you. Namaste.